Good morning, geometry. Today's assignment is angle measures. We're going to start looking at angle measures, and we're moving away from just lines, and we're moving into the next phase, which would be angles. So measuring angles, you guys probably remember this. You used to go around with a protractor and you would measure the degrees. So if two non-collinear points, two non-collinear rays have a common endpoint, they form an angle. So an angle is formed. The rays are the sides of the angle. The common endpoint is the vertex. So what we have is we have ray AB and we have ray AC. And so what's going on is the sides of this angle are the ray AB and the ray AC. But the vertex is the point that connects them. So if you notice, they're connected at point A here. All right, and so we can label this. So the angle at the right can be named as angle A. We can name it just by angle A. We can name it by three letters, which would be angle BAC, BAC, or we can go backwards, CAB. But notice you can't be ABC because the vertex has to be the middle letter. But there's also this 1 inside, so we can label it angle 1 as well. All right, a right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degrees. They didn't put degrees, but we'll put it 90 degrees. And an acute angle, so a right angle is 90 degrees. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. And an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180. So an obtuse angle would look like, I'm going to go ahead and just draw some of these in color. I'll put them right here. So obtuse would be something that's, well, let's start with the right angle because that's where we judge everything. So a right angle so if you look at that, that's pretty good. So we'll call that angle R for right. So a right angle is usually going to have a box here. That box denotes that it's a right angle. So that's a right angle. A right angle is 90 degrees. So then from there we go to an acute angle. So an acute angle has a measure less than 90 degrees. So if that's 90 degrees, here's maybe something that's less than 90 degrees. And we'll call that A for acute. So acute. And it's less than 90 degrees. So it's an acute angle because it's less than 90 degrees. And then we'll do an obtuse one. An obtuse one is greater than 90 degrees, but it has to be less than 180 because 180 is just a straight line. So that would be 180 degrees. That's 180 degrees. It's a straight line. So an obtuse angle would look something like this. And we'll call it O for an obtuse. So obtuse is greater than 90 degrees. So that's how we classify them. You're going to want to have that written down. I'll put it. And I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit neater. right angle. So we have an example 1 here, and then you guys are going to do it on your own. If you remember up here, we have our different problems up here. So I'm just going to go through the examples with you. So example 1, we have this diagram here. SRT is a line, RPRQ is an angle. We have angle 1 is SPR, angle 2 is PRQ, angle 3 is QRT, but see how they're all there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to name all angles that have R as a vertex. So R as a vertex, we have one angle here, and that would be SRP, but we can name it angle 1, or we could say SRP or PRS, however you want to write it. Angle, the next one, let's go with here, it would be angle 2, has R as a vertex, and we could write that as PRQ or QRP. And then the third one is angle 3, which would be QRT. QRT or TRQ. For other angles, use 3 letters to name them. So we could say SRQ. Okay, and then so we have to go this way too. SRQ also has R as a vertex. If you look here, SRQ, so that's a 4th angle. And then we would also have PRT. So angle PRT, which is right there, that would be a 5th angle. And then we also have SRT, and so SRT is unique. It's interesting. SRT is a line, but a line is also considered an angle. It's just 180 degrees. So a line is 180 degrees, but it's still technically considered an angle here. All right, so name the sides of angle 1. So we would find angle 1. Angle 1 is right there in the middle. And so the sides would be RS, and RP. So you're just learning how to name them. Example 2, you're classifying them. So this is where you're going to say, is it a right angle, acute angle, or obtuse? So I'm going to stick with our colors that we were using earlier. So right angle would be green, obtuse would be this blue, or acute would be blue, and then obtuse is orange. All right, so we're not going to do this second part where it says use a protractor to deal with it, to name it. So we're going to start with a right angle. All right, and so we can look at this and say that, oops. All right, we can look at this and say that angle. So I'm going to start, I'm not going to look at these. I'm looking at it, just by looking at it, it looks like EBC, angle EBC is a right angle. And so we would have that. So I would say for the right angle is EBC. So that's our right angle. And then if I'm going to look at the acute angle, so we have a couple acute angles. I can go with DBE. I can go with DBA. They're both acute. So for an acute angle, they went with ABD or DBA. And so that's our acute angle. And for our obtuse angle, we need it to be bigger than 90 degrees. So we're going to go with CBD here. So CBD is bigger than 90 degrees. And notice they did DBC. But remember, we can go forwards and backwards with it. So that's our obtuse angle. And that's it, guys. that's what you guys are doing today. If you notice, this is very similar to the first example. Name the vertex of angle 4. So you're going to have angle 4 and your vertex is B here. Name the sides of angle BDC. Well, I don't even need to look at the figure. I'm going to cover the figure even if I wanted to. And I would know that D is our vertex. So the sides would be BD and DC. But if I wanted to look at it, BDC is here. So my sides would be BD and DC. Write another angle for angle DBC. DBC. So you have angle 3. But you guys can do that on your own. And then here you're going to classify the angles. Remember, the 90-degree angle has this box usually, and that one has the box. So good luck, guys, and if you have any questions, let me know. It's only 6 problems today.